Lenny wakes up, ready to have a productive day away from the bad habits and porn. He starts his day excellent. He's meditating, he's gratitude journaling. He's working on his studies and his business. But then it gets to 12 o'clock. Lenny gets an urge. He gets the urge to watch porn. He tells himself, no, I can't be doing that. I have to be focused. And he remains focused for 10 minutes and then the urge comes back. He starts to cope to himself. Okay, what if I only just watch one video? So he indulges. He watches one video of porn and he feels like a failure. He tells himself, well, I already failed, so I might as well watch another, and another, and another, and another, and another. 3 hours have passed, and he feels like shit. He finally stops himself from watching porn. He closes his computer, he moves it away, and he goes back to his day. Then bedtime rolls around, and he gets the urge again. This time, he's in his bed, and he's watching it on his phone. Sweaty, jacking off, and he's disgusting. He feels disgusting. It's about 11 o'clock at night, and he's still going. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. He feels like shit. He feels terrible. And he finally goes to bed. Then there's Chad. Chad gets out of bed with the same idea as Lenny. He's going to live a good, productive day away from the bad habits. But then at 12 o'clock, Chad also gets the urge. And Chad indulges in it straight away. He failed to use his willpower to resist it. And he indulged, and he watches 2 videos of porn or whatever the hell it is. I don't know anymore. And then he turns it off and he goes, hold up, what am I doing? He throws his phone away and he goes, okay, I've indulged now. I can't change that anymore. But what I can change is the rest of this day. So Chad goes on living the rest of his day with this drive that he has, with this anger because he indulged in the bad habit. And he records 10 videos for his YouTube channel. He does 15 sales calls for his online business. He goes outside and he talks to a bunch of chicks and stuff like that. Chad then goes back home and he reads for 3 hours and finally goes to bed. Despite Chad indulging around midday, he stopped himself and he went, you know what, I'm going to redeem myself. He goes to bed feeling happy and fulfilled despite indulging. A similar thing happened to me a while ago. I indulged in bloody YouTube shorts because I already deleted Instagram and all the other social medias except for YouTube. And there was this one fateful day where I literally watched YouTube shorts for 3 hours, mindlessly just like on my bed. Like I was like lying on my bed and I was literally like had my phone on the floor and I was just like swiping like that. Like it's just terrible for my blood flow. Like my head was all messed up after that. Like literally I felt sick. And this was around 8 o'clock at night. And I was like, okay, what the hell did I just do? So I immediately just covered up all my clocks so I didn't know what the time was, did all of my nighttime routine, and I told myself, okay, since you screwed up this bad, I have to read 80 pages from this book here, The Mountain Is You, because that's the book that I was like reading. Well, I just started reading it. So I challenged myself. I was like, okay, you have to get to page 80 or whatever chapter is closest to page 80. And I did that. And it was probably 11 o'clock at night, but I didn't know because I covered up all my clocks, and I just kept telling myself, I was like, okay, it's 8 o'clock. And I was trying to say that to myself to trick myself into thinking I had a long sleep, when in reality I probably only had about 6 hours, and it worked. But that's a sidetrack. So I read 80 pages from this book, and I went to bed. Despite scrolling through bloody YouTube shorts for 3 hours, I went to bed feeling proud of myself because I finished the day on a really good win. This is what I call the redemption strategy. So if there's a bad habit that you're struggling with, if it's video games or short form content consumption, mindless internet scrolling, or porn or junk food, or whatever it is, put that down in your habit tracker saying don't do this, and only tick it off in the morning of the next day. Now, the reason for this is a common thing that we all do, and we all do this until we start to change our mindset, is when we indulge in the bad habit, we go, oh, well, I've already done it, so I might as well keep going. It's like these guys, they watch porn and they joke, I'm like, okay, well, I already jacked off to this porno, so I might as well have like a jerkathon or something like that. And what this does, it just sends us in a downward spiral. It gets us more addicted to it. So I was struggling with this for a while with like video games and content consumption and stuff like that. So what I did, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to give myself the chance to redeem my days. And oh my God, did this thing work? It works like a bloody charm. And it's a tricky one, this thing. It's once you sort of get the handle of it, you have to be like mature enough to, know if you've properly redeemed your day or not. And what you do is, when you screw up, set yourself some sort of a challenge that you have to do to make up for that. So my example was, I spent 3 hours watching YouTube shorts, so to redeem that, I read 80 pages from a book. That's appropriate. That's a good trade-off. So, and don't use this as a thing like it's like, okay, I'll just put off the hard work for later because I'll do it to redeem the day. Like, no, you gotta be like, come on, don't be a dumbass here. Let's take this seriously. and when you do this, and you start setting yourself challenges to do after you screw up, it stops you from this mindset of, okay, I've already done it, I might as well keep going and just, go all out. But it gives you give yourself a bit of hope to, chase after that day and redeem it and finish the day on a win. Now, I did set an important rule for this one, because I did it for some time, and then I started to fall back the other way because of I was doing really productive things and I was having a great day, but then at the very end of the day in bed, I would just indulge in YouTube shorts like a fucking dumbass. And I did all of that stuff earlier in the day, so I'll still count that as a win. And then I went to bed feeling like trash. So that's the problem here. That's something that we got to work around. So what I did was, I made a rule that you have to finish the day on a win, no matter what. So you can't have a really good day and then screw yourself over in the end and say, oh, well, I did. No. If you're going to screw yourself over, you better be ready to redeem yourself after that. And that's why it was probably 11:30 when I finished reading this book, because I had to finish the day on a win. That is the key. You need to finish the day lying in your bed, thinking to yourself, you know what? Despite this, I did a good job. I redeemed my day and I took it back. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below, because I know I'm not that great at explaining things yet. So I'll be better to reply to your comments if you have any further questions regarding this strategy. And trust me, when you take action on this, it works like a charm, like a beautiful, lucky charm. It is incredible. It's one of the greatest strategies I've ever developed for stopping these bad habits. I'm sure someone else has done them before and stuff like that, but I didn't learn it from a YouTube video. I learned it from just trying to stop myself from being a dumbass. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one. It helps me and it helps you because you see more of these videos and you get more of them in your feed and stuff like that. And when you take action on them, you change your life. That's basically how this works, right? So do that. Like the video as well so it shows this video to more people and more people can benefit from this strategy. Please check the description as well. If you want to send your question to me on an email or on Instagram, do that. If you have any other questions as well, send them to my email and Instagram. The links, again, in the description. You can also join the Discord server as well. I'm putting out some private content, exclusive content in there for the people who join. And I also want to be hosting live calls and stuff. And it's just basically free coaching from me because small channel. I don't really have anything to lose. I don't care. So free coaching from me in the Discord, and if you send me a message on Instagram and email and stuff like that. So make sure you go and do that. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you implement this strategy because oh boy will it change your life. Goodbye.